season 15, RuPaul's Drag Race review, episode 4. It's a supersized snatch game. I have my lovely co-host here, the baddest bitch on the block, Mr. Eric Devante. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, sexy?
You look great.
You too.
Thanks. And then I have Derek.
Dragon.
How's everything?
Stop it. Just Derek. I'm doing great. Thanks, Lawrence.
You
The
look
shade
great
was
too.
early. Thank you. Thanks.
And then we have an extra special guest, one of my really good friends. We actually met through a lot of Drag Race at the Wallace. Crikey, it's a Mikey. Hi, Mikey.
Mikey, you have to unmute.
Let's try that again. Technical difficulties. Hi, good morning.
How's everything?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that is your camera.
Yeah. I'm good. How are you?
We're all doing well. We're happy to have you on. Mikey, you're actually our first guest panelist that's like here. So welcome. Very happy to have you and hear all of our great opinions. So I think we should get into it, right? So last week's episode ended with Sasha Colby winning the acting challenge. Amethyst and Princess Poppy were in the bottom two. They had to lip sync for their life, and Amethyst sent Princess Poppy home. All right. So at this point, right, we have Anitra and Sasha with one win each. Amethyst being in both of the bottom placements for the 2/3 episodes, right? But sending both of the other contestants home. First one being Irene Dubois, and second one being Princess Poppy. All right. And then all the other queens have placed safe, whether high or low safe, but they've been in safe placements. So this week, Ru announces that the queens will be participating in Snatch Game, which is very different, right? Because normally it comes like a little later in the season. It's usually like a mid-season challenge. But considering that they have 365 contestants, I thought that it was like super duper early for them to have that. What do you guys think about that? Having Snatch Game so early with 14 queens. Derek.
Oh, let's shut me down.
Well, I can appreciate Snatch Game being early. I feel like last season it was a little late because I was like, when is Snatch Game? When is Snatch Game? But I guess that was just me being antsy to see like who would play who. But at the end of the day, the way the showing was, if you were just going to show like quick snippets of someone's character, we might as well have waited because it seemed like it was too many for them to show a good chunk of their snatch skills. So, yeah.
Which I think is the theme this season. Just show a little bit of the girls. A little bit cut to commercial every single time. But I think it's good so that way there's no question of kind of like, what's that girl's name that y'all keep bringing up that went home, and understandably so? The first girl.
Irene Dubois.
Wait. Speaking of her,
I wonder what Irene would have done. And like, no. We saw what most of these girls would have done. And if they're gone at this point, hey, rightfully so.
Cheers.
Okay, I completely disagree with you. Mikey, what
I'm
do you
sorry,
think?
my dear, you were in the
bottom. I love Snatch Game, so I'm especially honored to be on this episode. It's my favorite episode every season. But we saw like 3 girls say like one thing or 2 things, so I don't like that aspect of it. I like that it's quick, it's early in the season because I'm always very antsy for it, but I think it was too early, in my opinion. If they mess with the format, it doesn't tend to go super, super well. I don't know.
So I think we're all in agreement that editing this season is quite unfavorable in general. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know, because, back then, like in the earlier seasons of Drag Race, like when they used to be like 45-minute episodes and such, it felt like still complete episodes, maybe because there were 12 queens that were entering the workroom instead of 16. But it's just interesting that wait, this just came to me. I know why the episodes are shorter because the prize budget is larger. So they have to cut from that and add it to the cash prize.
Well, then they could have kept that down.
Yeah.
Well, they couldn't give Willow Pill, who got one challenge win out of 365 competitive episodes, $150,000 powered by Cash App, and then not give these queens like a higher budget too. I mean, it wouldn't make sense.
Isn't it because of the Real Friends show?
We don't speak about that on this channel.
Okay. Well, don't say that. I almost said his name, but go ahead.
All right. So, Snatch Game. So, Root announces that because there's 14 queens, it's going to be like a little tiny bit different, right? There's going to be 2 rounds of Snatch Game where we have 7 queens in the first round and 7 queens in the second round. So, instead of it just being Snatch Game, this is a supersized Snatch Game because there's, for the first time in Drag Race history, 14 contestants going, which could be a good thing if the majority of them are really good. But I don't like to divide my attention 14 different ways. I really don't. Like for me, Snatch Game is really comfortable when there's 8 queens and that's it. That's just really comfortable. It's very cut and dry, as opposed to just kind of like, I can't remember if I laughed at this one or I can't laugh at that one. So I don't know. As far as like the workroom goes, I don't recall anything being like super.
Nothing happened. Rue came in and said, "Hey, Snatch Game, bye. Don't fuck it up." And I was just like, this season needs to slow down. Okay? That was ridiculous. Rue came in with that little string of fur, told the girls what was happening, and left. I was just like, I just can't. Apparently that was the Met Gala look he wore at some point.
Yes.
He looked amazing. But it wasn't like, it doesn't fucking matter. Either way, there's not enough workroom mini challenge stuff happening. And I'm like, this cannot all be because of the prize money, because if that's the case, drop it. We're not getting a show.
In 2 to 3 minutes, RuPaul came back out of drag, hello, in drag, and came to the girls and said, "So who should go home tonight?"
Okay.
Who should go home tonight? There's 14 of you bitches, so who should go home tonight?
Like, at this point, what are we getting? Thank God this is on VH1 because I'm not paying for this.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been reading like a lot of things like online, and apparently all the good stuff is happening in Untucked. I don't watch Untucked, so I don't know, but I've heard that all the good.
This episode was
This episode of Untucked was pretty good.
Okay.
But not it being better than the show.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll have to like check it out since you guys are saying that you saw it and you thought that it was good, but I'm like, I don't know. I've never really been like a huge fan of Untucked since like literally like season 8.
Yeah, after the early seasons, I fell off with Untucked because the girls weren't doing anything except for season 13.
If you don't have star quality.
Oh, you sound just like her. That is scary. Oh my god.
That was good.
Okay, we'll get
that. Was so good. That was so good. So speaking,
we'll get there because we have to.
Right.
Yes.
Yes, he's good.
Yes. All right. So in our first group, right, we have like our first group. First of all, our host is RuPaul as normal for Snatch Game.
Boy RuPaul.
Our panelists, the panelists are the pit crew.
I think it's nice that they're getting some time to show that they're human beings.
Yeah.
But
no
why
shoes this
sexualize
time
them by cropping out like their crotch area if you're trying to show that they're human?
Because that's the function. That's their function on the show.
Okay, so then why are they talking?
Because
they didn't talk any.
Why are they being fed the answers in an earpiece? I don't know.
You think?
No, they weren't good enough answers.
True. Right. I'm like, that's why I'm like, I hope production wasn't behind that.
No.
I wonder if it has something to do with like I know we can't say the P word on YouTube, but pandemia. I don't know if it has something to do with that, like where they're not bringing in people. But then again, Ariana Grande was literally there in person,
No, yeah. I
and
don't
all
think
these
it's
other
that.
people. I don't get why they can't just get Kristen Chenoweth.
Oh my god.
Maybe because, like you said, they upped the budget, so they don't have money to go out of house. The pit crew was already getting paid for that shift. Bring them to the fucking Snatch Game and sit them down. Like, sit them down.
And your extra special guest judge, somebody that's here on the regular, already on payroll, Winter Green.
He's putting on the makeup like, not again. No, he loves getting up in the gig. He loves it.
Yeah, he does.
To get up in this all-star gig. I don't know. I feel like they should probably put like Carson and Michelle if that's the case, or Ross and Michelle. I mean,
yeah.
why? I don't know. The pick. I don't know.
We just
they just seem to be there just for like a look. What'd you say, Derek?
We just had Ross and Michelle for All-Star 7, so they're probably like, switch it up. But we should have had someone new, fresh, like with the community in Black. I would have loved to see Raven again. I think that she would have been so.
Raven Simone.
No, Raven Mua.
Two-time loser. Yeah, I remember her. All right. First group is Anitra as Georgina Ramsey. Apparently that's Gordon Ramsay's sister.
Is that real? I thought it was fictitious.
I thought it was fictitious too.
Oh, is it?
I assume it is.
Because Rue kept laughing, like, you tried this. This isn't a real person. Like, I don't think she's real.
Well, whatever it wasn't good.
Well, that's your winner for the season, so we'll talk later.
Hey,
Lux Noir London.
Game.
Lux Noir London as Amanda Lepore. Okay. Malaysia Baby Doll Fox as Saucy Santana. Mistress Isabel Brooks as Rosie O'Donnell, or at least her interpretation of who Rosie O'Donnell is. Marsha as Tim Gunn. Robin Fierce as Karen Huger. And Selena S. Titties as the Virgin Mary. So what did you guys think about just the picks in general for that first group? Any good ones, any standouts, any ones that you think are like,
You know,
we'll start with Eric. Go ahead.
I think Saucy Santana was great from Malaysia with Baby Doll Fox. In terms of aesthetic, I don't think that, we saw her once, so maybe she would have been funny in another clip, but like, I just don't feel like there was enough shown for that to show that it was a solid choice. But anyone who knows Saucy Santana knows that that is a good choice. My biggest issue with choices, I really like Robin Fierce, but I feel like she is floating under the radar. Stop picking things that float under the radar with you. Karen Huger, floating under the radar. Most people don't know that unless you're into the Housewives franchise, specifically Potomac. If not, you know nothing about Karen Huger. So it was just like, Robin. Oh, and then Amanda Lepore. I love that Lux did that, but she should have did someone else.
Okay. Mikey, what do you think?
Those first two you mentioned, Malaysia, Saucy, and who else had a really good look? I thought Robin's Karen was like spot on with the makeup and the look. And then we didn't see much of either one, especially Saucy. But as far as standouts, I thought standouts were Marsha 3 times as Tim Gunn, and Mistress as Rosie. Lawrence's fave, Mistress.
Derek, what do you think?
So the sad part is this was one of the better groups as a group. This is one of the better groups, but the only standout to me was Mistress Isabel Brooks. I remember watching and saying that she's eating not that she's eating, but like she's eating this up. She's eating this up, and I love that. And I thought the Rosie was just so quick and witty with it. I love that. I love that impersonation of Rosie.
Abby Lee Miller.
Rosie / Abby Abby Lee Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robin looked like Karen Huger in the face. I'll give her that.
Mhm.
But other than that,
Well,
it just really fell flat. Like I agree with what Erica's saying. Like you're already like super safe at this point, and that was just safe in itself. It honestly could have been in the bottom. If anybody didn't do like poorly, it could have been her. Selena STDs, it was just a lot for me. A lot going on. It was just very loud, and which I love that about Selena, but I just didn't get the Virgin Mary, and then she was pregnant, and it was all over the place. Anitra, you're my girl, but no. Lux Noir London, maybe you could have did somebody, I don't know, a little bit more gutter butt. Neffy, I don't know, because Amanda Lepore just didn't.
That would have been funny. That would have been funny. Keisha Cole's sister on a snatch game. I would have cackled.
She could have said something like cream of wheat, and I would have just gagged. Malaysia Baby Doll Fox had potential, but just not enough airtime. I blame Real Friends of WeHo. Marsha. I have no idea who Tim Gunn is. So, but
he was still funny.
Marsha was kind of funny.
Yeah, I agree with what everyone said. Like holistically, I think Lux could have definitely chosen someone that was like a little bit more, just like kind of age appropriate and generation appropriate for her. To do. And this sounds terrible, but she really shouldn't have done like a white woman. I don't see, like, I don't, whatever. And Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. So I actually watched Canada's Drag Race, and Jada Shada Hudson did Saucy Santana in her Snatch game. And it wasn't bad, but I don't find Saucy Santana to actually be funny. I just don't. I just find him to be like, like ratchet and like from, Miami and loud and like, as Derek would say, gutter, but I don't find him to be like funny per se. Rosie O'Donnell, that wasn't Rosie O'Donnell. I don't know why they were like kind of like letting her slide with that, but that was like Eureka with a bad wig on.
You have to
I didn't know what
stop
that
putting
was.
Eureka on Mistress Isabel Brooks.
Yeah.
And why? Wait, why is that? Why do I?
Because it's not fair. They're just like two plus size white queens.
You called Evie Manic Panic in our All Stars episode, and I let you rant. Eureka's not the worst thing that I can call Mistress. And then Marsha as Tim Gunn. I have no idea who Tim Gunn is, but that shit was funny as hell. And I don't know. I really would have given Marsha, at least in that group, the win. For me, I thought she was funnier than like the Rosie. RuPaul has like a very interesting way of like making things seem a lot funnier than they actually are. Although Mistress was funny, don't get me wrong, but as Rosie O'Donnell, I just didn't get that. Like, I didn't get that characterization. Robin Fierce, I agree with you guys 100%. She did look like Karen, which is unfortunate. And then Selena S. Titties as the Virgin Mary. I mean, what the fuck? What did Michelle say? That was a big jar of what the fuck?
Like, girl, stop it, please.
Like, that was obnoxious. That was giving more Yolanda pregnant in jail than
Saldivar.
Yeah. So I mean, I would have personally given it to Marsha. Eric, who would you have given it to?
I would have given it to Mistress.
Yeah.
Okay. Derek.
Mistress for me.
Mikey.
Mistress as well. You can tell she's an amazing host back home, and I think that's what set her up, maybe gave her the edge. Good at volleying.
Okay.
Definitely. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, she gives that.
Which is why she's a top contender for the win of the whole season.
She is. I think that like if it was like a top 2 like all stars like type of placement or something, it definitely would have been Mistress. And well, no, we're gonna get to like the next one. But Marsha would have been like in a high placement.
Yeah, definitely. Marsha did her thing. I was impressed with her.
All right, so our second group, right? We have Amethyst as Tan Mom, which I don't I'm not sure if I know who that is or not. I feel like it's someone I should know, but
Yeah.
I don't know
She
her
was,
either.
she was super viral like 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Oh,
then.
Team.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then Aura Mayori as Bretman Rock, who I'm guessing is a wrestler.
Social media influencer.
No, he's the social media influencer, the first guy on cover of Playboy, right?
Playboy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then Jax as Mona Lisa. That was interesting. Lucy LaDuca as Joan Rivers. Sasha Colby as Jan Crouch, who I also don't believe that I know, but I feel like I should. I don't know. Sugar as Trisha Paytas.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know who that is either, but I feel like I should know. And then Spice as Miley Cyrus. I don't know who I'm kidding. I know who Miley Cyrus is. So, so just based on that alone, Mikey, who did you anticipate would do well with their character, and who did you think would struggle?
I figured Lucy LaDuca, because she has theater training, would be good.
Mm-hmm.
And she exceeded my expectations because I think every time she was on screen, it was like a home run.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sugar and Spice, when they were talking about it in the workroom, I was like, yeah, no, it can't go well. I don't trust them with this challenge. So that it went about as good and bad as I expected, but from those three.
So Lucy Goosey is your top, and
Lucy
Spice
DeLuca.
and Sugar. What did I just say? Whatever.
No,
and Sugar and Spice are your bottoms, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and then like the gag of Jax's was just the look of it and the tongue, and then it didn't go anywhere after that. I did like Tan Mom. Tan Mom made me laugh actually just about every time. The funniest for me was telling RuPaul, "I like your tan." She was bold for that.
And then when she like spray tan like the sheet of paper,
yeah, that was funny.
That was funny to me. I was just very funny. Okay, all right. Derek, let's hop over to you. Who do you think was like your top, and who was your mid, and who was your bottom?
So my top two out of this second group would be, of course, one of my top four hopeful predictions. Lucy LaDuca. I expected her to do very well, simply because bless you. Simply because of the preview that we got at the end of last week's episode, which showed that she was doing Joan Rivers, and I could just hear in the voice, I love Joan Rivers. I actually watch compilations of her comedy on YouTube all the time.
I did that last night.
Same. I love a Joan Rivers comedy.
There's like a best of 1 to like 23, and there's like a Fashion Police best of, and she's just so great. So I was so happy to see that Lucy LaDuca impersonated her on Snatch Game. Yeah, so that made me want to see much more of Lucy LaDuca. And my second was actually Amethyst. I have no idea who Tam Mom is, but she made me want to look her up. She really did. She made me want to look her up, and because I thought Amethyst's timing was pretty funny, and she played the character very well. So I thought that was pretty good. I'm happy to see her sort of rise from what she's been going through and being placed in the bottom for the past couple of episodes. Jax's Mona Lisa was kind of my mom.
Hi, Mom.
Jax, was baby. Let me tell you, when Sasha came, this is what Sasha did. Ruben said, "What about you, Sasha? Let's take it over to Jen Crouch." And she said, "What? Sodomite." All right, you guys, thank you so much.
Mama had a
Kennedy called Uber.
Mama had a
Not Carrie called the Uber.
Oh, I said Kennedy, but Carrie. Oh my God, that's funny.
But yeah, she was on there. So I literally said, she hasn't said one word. But yeah, Sugar and Spice. Wow, what a train wreck.
Oh, yeah, most
okay. Eric, what do you think? Who's your tops and your bottoms?
I echo everything Derek said about Lucy, especially with the Joan Rivers. That's my girl. She did phenomenal. And the twins were, I don't know what I expected from Trisha because I don't follow her on YouTube. However, Miley Cyrus, there's no reason. There's too much content. Like, that was sloppy. Jax could have been funny if Lucy and Tan Mom didn't take everyone's screen time, and that's for both groups. So yeah, the only two really worth mentioning are Lucy and Tan Mom. Everyone else was kind of just, they got what they got.
Yeah, I agree.
We haven't
with you
even
guys.
mentioned
I
Aura.
think
Oh my God.
was it?
Aura,
Yeah,
Aura looked like Brett Manrock. Definitely.
she did.
Down. Looked great. But like, he's not enough. I don't know. I don't want to say he's not enough of a personality because his social media personality does do what it needs to do, but it's one of those that may not be the easiest to translate in a Snatch Game setting. I don't know.
Ooh, you got the Selena light. It cut off. God's punishing you.
Yeah.
Lauren.
When they throw the rose.
No, the light cut off during the talking head.
Oh, wrong Selena.
What dark humor you have, Eric? Oh my God.
Monetization is but a dream.
From the Selena movie, I always thought growing up Selena was shot on stage.
Oh,
I
wow.
did too.
I thought she was shot on stage.
too.
I was like, where the fuck was the security? Where's the pit crew? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Not quite on stage.
Yeah.
Confirmation. Jax was in my city last weekend or 2 days ago. I didn't see him, but I was hanging out with somebody yesterday, and he said that Jax is very short and so cute in and out of drag.
I can see that.
Yeah, I see that.
Short.
Jax is
Spunky.
Spunky. Yeah. Or Selena S. Titties will say,
apparently there was a lot that was cut from her journey on Snatch Game, which makes sense. And apparently it was funny to the girls. I saw on Twitter.
that's what they always say when they do bad.
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
I said, what was your joke? He said the neighbor's house. I said, girl, please, you were not, probably just weren't funny. And that's just what it was. But they don't have time. Come on now.
No.
It was the premiere night of Real Friends of WeHo. Stop it, please. Priorities.
Because if you were funny enough, they would have Lucy LaDuca you.
It's true.
Didn't.
That is true. That is very well put. Yeah.
Not if they don't want, unless they want Lucy to win, then they won't.
You
know, so I believe.
I think it's a tragedy that we never get Snatch Game like extra footage ever.
No, ever.
That is.
It would make them so much money on YouTube.
It really would.
Also, I heard this theory. You know, I mean, on the Googler with the kids, and they say that the editors have to push an agenda to get who they want for the story to make sense for these people to get to the finale or the top. For instance, they'll show people who really did well. They'll give them a good showing, good enough airtime for them to make sense of like a success story to push them to the end and possibly win. But if they did bad, but they want them to win, they won't give them that much screen time. Anitra, Sasha, maybe Sasha, but I really, it made sense. I feel like with Anitra, I don't know if because that's one of my tops, but she didn't have that much of a showing, and I feel like it's because she didn't do good. But they don't want to display, they want to show her as safe, so it makes sense that if she was to get to the finale, it's like, okay, well, she was okay in the Snatch Game. She didn't bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much like Got Mick when they did that disco challenge, and she did not know the dance, but they just cut everywhere but her. They even showed the picture in the back. So,
or Jinx Monsoon doing a split and falling off the stage and still crowning her as Queen of All Queens.
Yeah, they just showed a clip of Monet braiding her hair. So, you know, it happens. I think production is really good.
Wait, Jinx did a split or a cartwheel?
I think it was a cartwheel, actually.
Cartwheel. Yeah, it was a cartwheel.
It was
Crunch
a
wheel.
cartwheel, wasn't it? A crunchy cartwheel. That sounds like a name of a corn chip.
Right? Sounds
Yeah,
like a snack.
all right, crunchy cartwheels. I agree with everything that you guys said. Lucy was clearly like the best. That was there. And good for Amethyst. Like my hats off to you. Like to come back swinging the way that you did, especially in like a snatch game, and to like fight your way out of 2 lip syncs back to back in the first part of the entire season, and to do as good a job as you did as Tan Mom, which is not a very well-known character, at least now, but make it good enough for people to just kind of be like, oh, okay, wow. I think that she's the most improved. I'll say that. Like Amethyst is most improved. Do I think she's gonna win? Absolutely not. I think she'll go home next. But it was good for them to still be able to show her in a good light before they kind of push her out. Aura Mayori, I'm not really sure why she's still here. And I definitely think that she should be in the bottom. As far as Jax goes, the Mona Lisa was good. People are always saying like Marsha doesn't wear a lot of makeup, but does Jax wear a lot of makeup? I'm not feeling that. I feel like I see her face through like anything she puts on it. Like I see Jax's face, like
Her tinted moisturizer.
Yeah. I don't know, but Jack's sunblock screen is not makeup. Lucy was good. Sasha, I don't remember Sasha's stuff at all. I'm not gonna even lie. Sugar was not good, and Spice was not good, but it was at least memorable. Whether good or bad, I will remember that Miley Cyrus as being like Rico Nasty, Evie Oddly as Rico Nasty in All Star 7. Like it was just fucking cringe. But it was also just kind of like, okay, I can kind of get jiggy with like how this delusional edit is kind of going here. Like, so it was at least like memorable. Whereas like Bretman, do you guys remember anything that Aura said? Any jokes she gave?
I remember RuPaul said, "Oh, I didn't know you were a recording artist." Okay.
All right, because
and that's it. Exactly.
I didn't, and then on top of it, like the fact that he had a song prepared, I was like, why would you do that?
And I just based on what I know of Bretman on social media, it was pretty like accurate. It just wasn't like Bretman makes it funny. It wasn't funny the way Aura delivered.
It just wasn't funny. Bretman is funny.
I've heard this about Aura, but not particularly about the Snatch Game, but just in general, her showing on the show that she's a little cringy. Do you guys agree? She is getting a little cringy. In my opinion, the Snatch Game was a little cringe.
A little. I don't want to say she's getting cringy. I think that there's been some cringe moments, but like, I think she represents a certain demographic that we've never seen on Drag Race. She's hot. She is polished to a certain degree.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Huh?
What are we talking about? Oh, we've seen Manila on.
Manila wasn't Filipino.
Manila is Filipino.
Yes, she is.
She is?
Yes.
Manila's
Didn't they
the
get
capital.
Oh, right. She's Filipino and she made fun of a different Asian group. Got it.
Well, she mimicked like the accent. I don't want to say made fun of per se.
I mean, you get it. You get it. But either way, Manila was how many seasons ago?
She was on All Stars 4.
How many years ago? How many seasons at this point ago?
Well, Monet was just lost All Star 7 after winning All Stars. Well, I'll put that in there, a little asterisk next to it. Winning All Stars 4.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. And Shay was begging for a star. Yeah.
Shay was never begging for a star, sweetie. She actually earned all of hers.
And RuPaul said, "I have a star for you."
Yes, 3. Make sure you dangle 3. Attach 2 more.
She's a different demographic. I don't think she's cringy. I feel like she's just trying to find her footing. Also, no, there's no language barrier. No, that's all I got. I tried.
Has there been an Asian queen that has won Snatch Game or got like a favorable edit in Snatch
Lawrence,
Game?
has there been an Asian queen to win Drag Race?
Well,
Snooki.
Who?
Jiggly a Snooki.
Oh yeah, no. Did she win? No, she didn't.
Oh, come on, get
The
the
level of unprofessionalism
level of
is far too much.
unprofessionalism far too
That was a
much.
good callback. That was a great callback.
It
The bar
was.
gagged at that
Yeah.
callback.
Amethyst came through with the confessional with that one. I was like, all right, episode over. Like, bitch, you got that. Like, you did your thing. She's a winner. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember it ever being like favorable because even though Manila was clearly a contender to win the crown in season 3, that Snatch Game was different, very very different.
Well, I don't want to be canceled.
I mean, we forget Raja's Asian.
I was just
Right.
about to say
I
that.
said Raja
Mikey,
won.
You did, okay,
I was
good.
just about to say that. I was like, I don't want to be canceled, but isn't Raja Asian? That's what I was
Yeah.
about to say.
Forget
And
about
when I
it.
say we, I
Right.
mean like on social media, I see it constantly that people have to remind people that.
And
But,
she did
yeah.
good in Snatch
And
Game.
each of them, yeah, all 3 of them, yeah,
Mhm.
should have won.
Tyra was
Also,
crunchy. That was a bad wig, and
She
that was
wanted
actually
Tyra
very
to look
cringe.
crunchy.
Oh,
It was-
okay.
no, it was so. I thought it was so funny.
It was.
All right. Well, so in the workroom while they are getting ready for elimination, Lucy LaDuca starts crying about what it was like to be called like the F gay slur by both children and adults. And the part that really got me was when she was saying that like she overheard like what did she say, teachers? Like teachers like calling her the F word.
I'm sorry. That is not what you have in this outline. You have
Thank you,
this
Derek.
stupid
The right
bitch. This-
What did I say?
Read
What
what
did
you
I say? Read
you
it.
have this stupid
Read it.
bitch. Lucy
Lucy
LaDuca
LaDuca shares her sob story about
That
what
was
it
a
was like
sob
to be.
story. That was
No,
a
she's
sob
talking
story. She
about-
literally sobbed.
No, she's literally talking about how she was bullied and made fun of, and people were calling her the F word.
Wait,
as
so
a kid.
what's the difference between that and a sob story?
Sob
A
story
sob
sounds
story
dismissive.
implies.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it
It's
implies
not a
that.
sob story. It's a lot of gay people can relate to that. I can't because I'm not. I don't relate to you guys, but
No.
I respect what y'all do. But
It's not for me though.
it's not for me though. Yeah. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna let you finish. But that is not what that's.
Okay,
I'm like-
what is a sob story? What's the difference between what I just said and what I wrote down?
What you said
know
was
I
clean
have
and
no
polite,
filter
and that's why you
about
edited
it.
it. You audibly edited yourself because you know that shit don't sound good.
When do I ever audibly edit myself?
When you
I've
don't
been
read
throwing
what's on the
shade since
document
I
in
got
front of
on
us,
the
Lawrence.
live.
When you don't read what's on the document in front of us, that's when you audibly edit yourself because you knew that shit sounded shady.
Well, since we clearly don't care about Lucy LaDuca,
no, we
we're
do.
gonna move on from that. So
We
the runaway
love
is
Lucy
the.
LaDuca.
Oh,
Stop.
what did you think, Derek? What did you think, Derek, about her crying about being called a gay slur?
I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought it was. They're definitely.
Then why are you
pushing it-
smiling?
Because you, Lawrence, you're funny.
What
You're
did
funny.
I do?
Okay, I said it. You're funny. Yeah, I thought it was pretty sad that people used to call it the F word. Like, what is up with that? Like, yeah, I think that's really awful. It's unheard of in the gay community, and yeah, I'm sure Ora Mayori didn't have to go through that, bro. So, but any more screen time with Lucy like, why does she do that? That was so weird. Like that was borderline.
That is
racist.
so funny.
That was borderline racist. If I was Miley, I would call.
That was white on white
literally
crime. I
how
don't know about
Miley was
racism.
acting during that era, though. Miley was acting like that, like just straight up unhinged.
like hillbilly.
Come on, have you seen
Not
Hannah
by
Montana?
then.
No, I thought she was being authentic.
What?
We never know.
We not. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, what are the Miley fans called? Are they going to come for me?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't even know if Hannah Montana has a Stan accounts.
Stan Montana.
Stan Montana. Yes.
I've never heard of that, but that's pretty clever.
I love that.
Stan Montana.
So what did you guys think about Lucy LaDuca's story? Did you guys care?
You know, it actually literally reminded me of a story Mariah tells in the book where she drew her family and she used like a peach crayon on her and her mom and her siblings, and then like a brown crayon. Lawrence. A brown crayon on her dad, and all the teachers saw it and were like, "That's not what your family looks like," and like laughed at her, and like that was like actually traumatic. So I feel for both of them when teachers jump in and like bully you, like that's bad.
Yes.
So I feel for both of them.
Where's she from again?
Wait.
Who, Lucy?
Yeah.
Connecticut?
Oh, shit.
Wait. Mikey, you mentioned Mariah using a peach crayon like to make the direct link to Lucy. How again?
Because the teachers saw the picture she drew and they laughed at her.
And said that's not what your family looks like. So the teachers are joining in on the child's misfortune.
Yeah, like it's like devastating enough when your peers are bullies and then the authority figures are also bullying you. That's bad.
Okay. I get the connection now.
Mm-hmm. I'm also just plugging the book because I'm a lamb.
That's okay. I'm gonna edit this part out anyway. Eric, what do you think?
No, you're not.
What do you think? What do you think about Lucy's story?
Y'all are
I don't think.
Y'all
Okay. I guess we can move on. All right.
Imagine getting beat up by your classmates. Look, and the teacher says, "Yeah, get that."
I will not.
Yeah, get his gay.
Monetization is but a dream.
Monetization is but a dream.
Help me.
Or a beautiful nightmare.
Okay.
Are we
Which is
segueing?
a perfect segueing into
Okay,
what
okay,
we
yeah,
need
yeah,
to be
yeah,
going
yeah.
into. So
There
we're
we go.
finally at the runway, right? And the category is not tens across the board, but beautiful nightmare. So I guess they have to look pretty and look ugly at the same time. So I think most of them missed the first part of the prompt. So let's start with Anitra. By the way, before I forget, again, thank you, drag.looks on IG, for being so great at posting these looks pretty much immediately and as clearly as you possibly can.
Because they can be hard to find.
They're really hard to find. And some of these queens, like, they don't post until like a week later. And I'm like, I can't find these, like the official looks on their IG. So I use drag.looks on IG. So thank you. So first up, we have Anitra. Derek, toot, boot, shoot, or what?
It's a 2. I've been waiting for Anitra to do something different and like really bring it on the runway. And this is a step in the right direction. It's a 2 for me.
Eric?
I don't feel like I like this look, actually. It's serviceable, but isn't it also like inflatable?
The tail looked inflatable. Yeah.
Oh, is that an inflatable? Might be.
Yeah, it's something about that cheapens it for me. But it's a 2.
You didn't say that about Missy Elliott's inflatable look, and
it was the 90s, Lawrence.
Oh.
That was
So it's a 2.
That was
and
so
we praised
What
praised.
is that?
Wait, no, we praised Trinity the Tuck where she had that inflatable little.
Don't
because it
ever,
was a crop top.
Who's we?
It was a crop top.
ever,
And we just want to like, is it a race
compare
thing?
Trinity
Is it a
the
race
Tuck
thing?
to Anitra or anything that Anitra
Race?
has worn thus far. Ever compare them. They are not comparable.
Widow Von Du did an inflatable look, and that I enjoyed because it looked like well established and stuff. This just had like one blow up tail, and it was just like I don't
What look did
remember.
Widow do that was
She was a
Yeah,
widow,
remind
I
me.
think. She was like a black widow.
that was
Remember?
inflatable? I thought that was like a dress.
It
It
was a
wasn't a
dress.
dress?
It was like
Oh,
an
oh.
inflatable one.
Oh, okay. Well, you can put like air into it and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, if I'm remembering it correctly. But either way, like it's not bad, so I can't boot it, but I wasn't a big fan of this one.
Okay, Mikey.
I actually liked it. It's like clean, and I actually like the tail as a highlight of it. Funny enough, I think it adds something to it. It's supposed to be spider-like, right?
That's what I got from it.
Okay. Yeah, she looks good.
So that's a toot for you, Mikey. Cute.
I want to
Okay.
play Snatch Game so
Um.
bad.
Yeah, it's a soft toot for me. She doesn't look bad. I just I just don't care. Like I have no investment in it one way or another. I feel like I'm just like I feel like I've seen this before, but she has a silhouette to wear it, so it's like put it on, walk down the runway, get off, and that's it. By the way, this runway, I think that they like somebody was like the intern that fell asleep, was leaning on the fast forward button because they were just like down, up, down, up, down, up, and I was like, all right, I guess we're not gonna see the runway.
It went
Um,
Anisha, Amethyst.
Less runway,
The time
more
has come.
Todrick.
The time has come. Leader Lipson, don't fuck
oh
up.
wait, I wanted to mention something else. I'm actually a little surprised, unless they ban these queens from doing like certain people, which I guess they banned them from doing certain people for Snatch Game. But I'm surprised that no one's done Todrick Hall for Snatch Game.
And you're the only one.
I feel like that would be quite interesting to see, actually.
All the
They
things
can only
that could
really
get
go
laughs,
one way.
all the things that could get laughs would also get their RuPaul and Todrick's connection sent to hell.
But that's okay. Like, why would RuPaul need Todrick Hall for anything?
RuPaul doesn't need him. It's fine. You're right. No one's done Todrick.
Is he funny? Could they make him funny though?
If you show me a dancer with no money in his pocket, I'm gonna laugh because I know the backstory.
Or that moved into his dream home that he can't afford.
Wait, didn't he get robbed? No, I wouldn't laugh at that.
So
no, he didn't get robbed.
Is it playing? So the idea of playing men on Snatch Game, is that still taboo, or was those walls like broken down?
I think as long as it's
good
funny.
male characters on Snatch Game for it to be more normal. Thanks to Kennedy Davenport. Thank you, Queen.
Well, thanks to Trinity the Tux, Leslie Jordan, right?
In recent memory,
yes, and Flavor Flav from Shay. There's been a lot of really great male characters. I even like Jada's Prince. I thought that was funny. There was a lot of really great male characters on Snatch Game, I think.
Nobody's done Michael Jackson. Oh, actually, that's right.
Thorgy did Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Thorgy did. Yeah, sorry.
Shout out to Queen Thorgy.
Okay. All right. So
Cut
next look.
Okay.
Huh?
No.
Okay. Next we have Luxe Noir London. So this is pulled directly from her IG page, because it looks much better than what I saw on the runway. But Eric, we'll start with you. What do you think?
If it didn't have the really intense makeup in the cinder block, I wouldn't like this.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I love Luxe, but not sparing anybody.
Oh, Derek's pulling out the daggers today. Is this a boot? Or is this a cinder block?
It's definitely a cinder block. No, I'll toot it because the extra elements brought it up. So I don't think it's a boot because of those things. But without those things, it would have been a boot.
All right. Mikey?
I didn't even really notice. Well, by the end of an episode, I am inebriated, to quote Lawrence. So I tend to not notice details until I watch back. I didn't even notice the first time around that her legs were a different color than the top half of her body. My boyfriend pointed that out. So maybe if she would have done gray tights, that would have been like a solid toot. I think it's like a light toot because I love the makeup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Derek?
So, I actually really think this is cool. the cinder block and everything tied to her. Like this is a beautiful nightmare. She is one to watch. I actually do think this was kind of cool. And then the teeth being black, and it was pretty awesome. It looked like she's like fresh out of like the gutter, the sewer. Where is she from again? Brooklyn?
She's from East Orange, New Jersey, so I mean, you're not too far off.
Right, that
Brooklyn beef, who want that? All right, so yeah, I think she's great. I like it a lot. It's a 2.
Yeah, it's a strong 2 for me, actually. I really, really did like this look. The makeup, I agree 100%, Eric. It completely elevates it. And it's actually really nice to see like a young queen like Lux do like really like she's rivaling like some of these like drag race legends when it comes to like makeup and like aesthetics. And it seems like the things that she does is carefully thought out. And I feel like I'm invited into like her thought process by what she actually like by the end product of it. Like I'm like, okay, I can see where you like I can see what you were thinking about, like your thought process behind it. And I feel like that's been really working in her favor. I mean, I feel like she's placed high pretty much the entire season, except for this Snatch Game where she really was just safe. I would actually say low. Her Amanda Lepore, I didn't think was great. But I did like this runway look comparatively speaking. So I'm gonna give it a 2.
Michelle
right,
saying,
next.
"Girl, it's foam." When she's walking away.
Yeah, that would have been a bitch to carry through TSA through the airport.
Oh, that wasn't a real. That was foam.
No, it's foam.
She would have broke her ankle, Derek.
Right.
Cinder blocks are heavy.
Okay, that makes more sense because I was like, damn, they letting the girls do anything on this new stage. They just spend all their little coin on that new stage, and here she go dragging a.
Oh no, she's not gonna rip up that damn stage with dragging.
The pit crew would have had to come and buff
it
with no shoes.
RuPaul's like, get her off the stage. Get her off the stage.
Bryce.
But they've broken lights. They've done all sorts of shit on that stage. So please, Detox had that disgusting glitter shit going everywhere for her All Stars talent show. That shit went everywhere. Like,
like Isis Couture spitting on the Canada versus the World runway. I said they're just doing anything this season. Okay.
Wait, when did she do that?
There's like 7 pandemics.
Guys,
and she's spitting.
It was like Canada versus the. We're getting off topic. Canada versus the World. It was some type of What was that? What was the runway? Arctic something. Like they had to be like something with water, and then she acted like she was like and just on the. I said, ew.
Oh right.
No, I don't watch Canada. She's a sea nymph. And she's ethereal, to quote Eric. All right. Marcia 3 times is our next queen. So we'll start with Mikey. 2 or a big solid boot?
Boot.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't think she does either.
If she wanted to read dentist, she should have just committed and done the Little Shop of Horrors dentist or something. She is theater.
Is that what she's supposed to be?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. With the mouth guard.
And I love her. I have a special place in my heart because she came and performed last season and she was great. And she's a theater girl and she's New York. So like all those things in her favor. Yeah, no. Yeah. If she would have done the Little Shop of Horrors dentist and like dragged it up, that would have been successful. She keeps playing everything so small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do agree. I do agree with RuPaul that it just needs to.
Yeah.
What did she call it last season with Maddie? What did she call it?
Oh yeah. She called it a lot. A lot of sound effects, but yeah.
That had to be borderline harassment.
Derek, what do you think? Toot or boot for Marcia 3 times?
I think I'm going to go ahead and I mean it's a baby soft toot. because I'm just like, I don't necessarily get it, but I'm appreciating that she's doing something different again. Just like I said last week, she's starting to do something different than a little Marsha Brady type thing. So it's okay.
I agree that
You thought this
it's
was
time to see
okay?
something different.
I thought this was okay. This was
Take your
are those
glasses
platform
off.
boots?
Yes,
Take your
they're not
glasses off and take a
heels.
good look.
They're high Skechers.
Oh,
I'm gonna stand on not high Skechers. Yeah,
Skechers.
The runways are trash so far. Like, I mean, like for the season. For the season.
Yeah, I think it's because we're in All-Star 7 mode, like you said last season, and we have to like readjust expectations.
Yeah.
But
I look, I give them a lot of credit because it's hard and expensive, but
I just think conceptually,
bring it to
I'm
the
not
runway.
asking for everything to be flashing lights. I just don't think conceptually the girls are thinking outside of the box.
Why are we not talking about Akira Davenport's?
Thank you.
We did talk about that.
That was All-Stars, but
Beautiful.
It wasn't 7. So I'm like, hello.
It was All-Star 6.
We need that. We need lights on the
Yeah.
runway. We need, like, what is going on?
The girls are not as conceptual as the ones of the past. These girls are not pushing the envelope. It's kind of just like they're good, but they haven't hit their stride yet. I said this episode 1.
Yeah. Willow Pill was knocking it out the park. Okay.
Different season. Focus on what's happening right now.
And
Eric,
the assortment
what do you think about
I want to dislike it more than I do. I think it was cute aesthetically. I just really want her to start pushing because I feel like Marsha can go up until top 4, but she's not going to get there if she doesn't start pushing. She's cute, but not that damn cute.
I agree.
What do you guys see in her that makes her top 4?
Something in her, like she is funny. She's a cute girl. She has an aesthetic towards her that she really isn't lacking anything. She just doesn't push it to the max. And I'm like, on this show, you have to take it to the top.
Yeah.
But I think she's a really solid drag queen, actually.
Yeah. I like her a lot. I'm just like, drag it up.
Yeah.
I've seen Marsha perform in person and she's brilliant. Like she's aesthetically beautiful. She's and first of all, this is a very, very heavy boot for me. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about. Like this is really bad, especially because Marsha can actually sew. And so when you kind of like add that element like in there as well, where like you do create like your own looks. What is it? This is giving me Sharon Needles, like season 4. Like it's giving me like maybe it was serviceable for way back then, but we've seen enough looks to know, like, girl, this is not gonna cut it. And I think that Marsha is getting Monet here, like season 10, where you're doing well in the performances, but then when you walk around that corner, it's like, fucking really? Now, don't get me wrong, Marsha is light years past where Monet was in season 10 in terms of aesthetics, but because she's performing in the challenges, I feel like they're editing her to like be one to watch also, but she's not really getting a win, and I think it's due to like these lackluster drag aesthetics. She just looks like a girl, and that's great, like if that's your aesthetic, but in order for you to really be like a drag queen, you have to drag it up, like bring it on, like really lay it on us, like thick. Do what they don't expect you like to do, you know what I mean? So this is definitely a boot. This was one of the worst looks on the runway for me, and I'm not cutting Marsha any slack anymore. Like, she's a New York City queen. She's in like the most competitive city as it pertains to drag. We need you to bring whatever that drive and whatever that fire is when you're performing to your runways as well. Push that freaking sewing needle and let's keep it moving. All right, next we have Miss Robin Huger. What do we think? Mikey, we're gonna start with you. Is that a toot or is that a boot? This was pulled directly from her Instagram. By the way.
Yeah. It's a toot. Yeah. I thought her face and her hair were beautiful, and I think the execution of the spider was a little bit better because it was more clearly a spider. What's the spider with like the mother that like is super deadly?
The Black Widow.
Is that it? Yeah, must be. I thought it was good. It looks good. Maybe a little short. Maybe just like commit and like go all the way to the floor. But it's pretty.
Okay, nice. Toot. Derek.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It's just fine. I want Robin to like do it up a little bit, but I think it's just fine. I agree that if it was maybe it was to the floor with the elevator just a little bit, but she's selling the garment, but she looks cute.
Or she would have crawled or something, right? Like really committed to spider. I don't know.
Something about Robin doesn't give me show crawl. Like
No.
she wants the crown, but not that bad.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want her to
Eric.
sell me a TV.
Yeah, I think she wants Amethyst more than the crown. But hey,
If she keeps this up, she will be selling you a television.
Stop.
I need a new one for my living room.
You hate black women is crazy.
I really like Robin, but it's just not enough, and it sucks because she's the type of person that would be my automatic favorite because I'm into like the Jada Essence Halls, the Shea Couleés, like the very polished women, but like she's just there, and I hate that. I hate that.
Yeah.
It seems like she has everything you could want, but she's just not pushing. She's not pushing. She's not pushing. It's kind of like, oh God, Robin, if you see this, please understand where I'm going with it. Vivian Panay.
What?
In the sense of like, yeah, I didn't think
No,
Vivian
sweetie. No, stop right there. What we're not gonna do is ever compare Robin Fierce to Vivian fucking Panay.
I'm saying in the
Is
sense
this a
of,
joke?
I'm saying this in the sense of the idea that pretty is enough, and it's not. Vivian wasn't even that damn cute to me, but that idea
Right.
of
So
pretty,
what would be the
Because
comparison?
I'm trying to think of another girl that was just pretty. And just
Plastic
that
Tiara?
Huh?
Plastic Tiara.
She was funny when
Don't
she
you
wanted
ever
to be.
talk about our all
She
stars.
was not funny. What's the
Plastic
Plastic
had
that
funny
was
moments.
funny?
When she did
No,
the Asian
she
accent, it was
didn't.
funny. Not all the time, but it was funny at times. I laughed.
At her,
I was
not with
feeling
her.
entertained.
See, I'm not the only one.
I was
Yeah,
just
but-
quoting.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm the only one. Well, look, either way, I stand on that. Robin is way better than Vivian Panay, but I just want her to stop resting on her face. It's not enough.
She's resting on pretty, as Tyra would say to the
Mhm.
girls. You're
Mark
not
my
pushing
words.
forward.
The episode that she's getting more confessional is more screen time. She's going home.
Yeah.
When they give her more screen time,
Yeah.
he's like having more talking heads. It's for a reason.
And then the death knell is when she has the sob story in the workroom. Then she's really going home.
Then
Oh
she's
my
out the door.
god!
Apparently
The
not,
producers-
because Lucy won the
Apparently
challenge,
not, right?
and they gave her her sob story.
Sometimes though, it's the childhood trauma and then going home. Sometimes.
That's to build more
Oh,
investment.
like when
Lucy.
like what they did to Blair St. Clair on her season.
Oh my God, Lawrence! All right. Let's next.
The producers on the inside of the workroom mirror. Bring up how her mom died. Bring her up.
Wait, have you seen Kelly Mantle talking about Vivacious on
No.
Hey Queen?
No.
Is that the best thing she has to talk about? Is Vivacious?
Yeah,
Like,
The
who would
producer's
listen
like,
to
ask Vivacious about your
bacon-chested
childhood.
Kelly Mantle.
oh my gosh.
Kelly
I'll
is
send it to you
scary.
after.
I would never listen to an interview from her. She
No.
scares me. She'd be perfect for this category.
She was
I would
great in the
give,
Trixie and Katya
Robin
show.
Fierce. You said she's crazy.
She was great in the Trixie and Katya live show. Actually, very, very funny.
I'll take your word for it. Robin Fierce, I think this was actually like a very strong two. I agree with you guys wholeheartedly. Either it, chop the dress up like above the knee, or bring it all the way to the floor. This would have been nice if it was like if it had like even a train behind it, like a 50-foot train or something, and that train had like maybe like a mural. It's a great idea, an expensive one, but a great idea. I did like the placement of like the spider legs and stuff. I thought that the makeup was absolutely beautiful. I think what's the issue is that she did Halloween and didn't do a beautiful nightmare. Like it feels very like costumey for Halloween. If I'm gonna be like a spider, I would want to be a glamorous spider like this, yes. But it's not giving me like you're gonna come and eat my dreams like while I'm sleeping, like type of deals. But you know, I'm addicted to it type. It's not giving me that.
Yeah.
But you know, though, I mean, she looks good, and again, comparatively speaking, it is a very strong two, just in general. Yeah, go fierce. All right, next we have Selena Estites. Eric, we'll start with you. Toot or boot?
I'm undecided. When I first saw this, I was like, "Oh, I like the idea of the leather being skin." No, yeah, it's a toot. She needs some fine tuning in certain areas. I think for this one, it may have been the shoes, but like, I thought this was cool.
And by certain areas, you mean all of the areas on her body.
I don't. I feel like you know why I'm not as hard on this one because I feel like it fits the category better than a lot of the other ones. Like it's not
Really?
afraid to get ugly, and it has a concept that makes sense. Like some of the other outfits, I just feel like came from like Leg Avenue, as they said on the pit stop, and like Halloween Town. Wait, that's a movie, but like the costume store.
Spirit Halloween.
Oh, Spirit Halloween.
That I'm like, I feel like a lot of these outfits came from there. I can tell that hers did not, and I appreciate it.
Thank you for giving her something because I know we are about to tear her apart.
I know.
Here.
You know, start
Derek,
strong.
Is this a boot or is it a boot for you?
You know what? I will actually say that it is a 2 for me. Only because it's different than what she's been doing for the past couple of. She's been doing Who Is She for the past 3 weeks. I mean, Chanel, week after week, it's been the same. It's been the same thing. She is beautiful.
Chanel was done with RuPaul. RuPaul was like, I thought I told you were cute, but I guess I did.
That's what RuPaul needed, girls. Now it's like, let the music play.
Okay.
Oh God.
We should go home. We should go home.
Y'all stupid.
Remember, was it Rebecca Glasscock that won that makeover challenge? And she literally put the lady in an H&M dress and slapped a Kim Zolciak wig on her head.
Yeah, this is actually drag. This is drag.
Oh, okay.
It's drag. Okay. I was confused in the beginning, but it's 2.
Okay. You're so you have clarity now, like you're no longer confused.
In this, yes, with Selena and Titties, I'm still trying to get there. I'm still trying to get there with her.
Valid.
Well, make sure that you help her along her way. Mikey, what do you think?
Okay, I gravitate towards honestly the ones that the trolls online tend to hate. I love big, loud queens of color, and I gravitated towards Selena and Mistress, and I just keep hoping the best for Selena. And she's also Hispanic, and like she gets it. Like hot fries are part of my weekly diet. I get it. This is just not good at all. And I keep wanting her to bring it to the runway, but she's I think 0 for 4, including her entrance look.
Damn, drag her.
I love her. has a
You can't really
personality.
get it out. Like, you're lying. You guys don't love her. You just
I
kind of
do.
want a laugh. And I get it. Like, we all
I
want, like, a
do.
laugh, but this is really bad.
It's really
What does
bad.
that say? A bust.
It says
It's
boo.
boo.
Um, this is one of the worst looks I've ever seen come down on the runway. Like, ever. On any franchise of RuPaul, any iteration of the show. Ever. This is really, really bad. Like, this is
It might be on
like...
par with baked potato, yeah.
No, at least the baked potato had a reference point.
This had
We
a
love
reference
baked
point.
potato.
Didn't they have a reference
Let me
point?
see.
Like a
Let me see.
skin-eating leather.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
You know who I could see wearing this shit? Nina West.
No.
Nina West.
Yeah, Nina West would completely drag this up much better than I don't know what this is.
This looks like
You
something
can
Nina
do
West wore.
patchwork. You can do patchwork
When did Nina
well.
wear this?
It looks like something she wore, and I don't remember the episode. It was when they had. Remember, she did something mutilated with her mouth.
Oh yeah,
This
Vaguely.
is similar.
yeah.
to
I
that.
actually do remember that.
That
That was
poofy
much
hair.
better than this.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
much better. It was a choice different from this one.
If Nina walked out butt ass naked with no padding and no makeup on, she looked much better than this. This is fucking terrible. And I don't know what everyone is like talking about. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. This is really, really bad. I mean, can you imagine this being like this same prompt being on like All Star 7 and she actually came out next to like Raja, like after Raja in this? I mean, could you just fucking imagine?
Well, that's why she's on a main season.
Okay, she hasn't won.
She's
Raja
not
is
going
a
to win.
seasoned, marinated queen.
Raja who? O'Hara or Gemini?
Both. At this point, like both.
Well, which one were you
Could you
mentioning?
imagine she came out like after?
Gemini.
I was
She
talking
took
about Raja Gemini. But
Yes.
I mean, like, she.
The concept could have. It's just about execution because I think all of her concepts would sound good on paper and out loud, and it's just been about execution. And I get like I understand what she wants to go for, but it just never quite materializes.
It never does, and I think that's what's disappointing here.
Yeah.
But then again, you have to have expectations to be disappointed. So this falls right in line with what I thought Selena was gonna do, and unfortunately, I was right. Next is Malaysia. Is that I can't tell the difference. Is that Malaysia, Baby Doll Fox?
Oh my God, we're almost at Black History Month, Lawrence. Please, yes.
That's Malaysia, Baby Doll Fox. What do you think, Eric?
I'm
What
gonna
do you
need
think
you to
about
tone it
this
down a
look?
bit, baby. Malaysia, Baby Doll Fox. I don't like this at all.
Oh wow.
Oh,
At all. I'll say what I said.
Anything in particular, or are you just gonna stand on that?
It just gives carnival, but not. It's not even giving carnival. It's giving. You ever been to like, you know, where they set up like roller coasters in the grocery store parking lot?
yes.
No.
That is
Yeah,
what it's
I know what
giving.
you're talking about.
It's not even giving like Angeria had better feathers. What was this? Like, I don't. It just seemed like the nightmare part was an afterthought. Like, this didn't call for her to be pageant. You guys get what I'm saying? Like, it was a pageant, but it didn't call for that. We did not need this feather. Say we needed the feather.
But is it fashion though?
No.
Her name is
She could've kept
Fashion. Her name is Fashion. Now pose.
that. Pose.
Strut.
Strut. Love name.
Hips forward, shoulders back.
Find your light. Give him a little bit of that. Yeah, no, it's a boot.
It's a boot,
Yeah.
really. And you gave Selena a toot.
I thought that was pretty cool, the skin thing. I thought that was pretty cool. But this is not, this had a lot going on with Malaysia. Like, everything doesn't have to be a pageant. This just didn't call for the feathers. And it's just, what is it? Just dark lipstick?
And it's like the eyes and
No.
So you're saying that she looks like a big jar of cotton candy?
Yeah.
No, that's stupid.
Eric, what do you think?
Rockwood Well says it's giving street carnival fair.
That's exactly what Derek just said, so we're on par.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. I don't want to boot this because I feel like I tooted less. And the thing with Malaysia is that she never doesn't come with it. It's just a matter of if it hit it on the head or not. And I think that this one was like she tried to incorporate too much of her natural pageant essence to something that didn't need it, like Derek was saying. So while I don't think it was bad, I don't think it was on the money. I don't think makeup is enough to make a look fit a category, unless it's some extreme makeup. So, I'll toot it for execution, but I think she should step outside of her pageant energy.
Wait, say the last part again. Your Wi-Fi went out.
Girl, fuck you. I was saying.
No, he did freeze. Am I the only one that caught that?
I don't know.
Yeah, he didn't freeze on my end.
So whose Wi-Fi is it really, sweetie?
It's yours. It's always
It's
yours.
not.
We know that. Look at the other reviews.
Anyway, I'm going to toot it because it's not bad. It's just she needs to take a step away from her pageant background for a sec.
Okay.
You are so hateful.
Wait, you guys. Wait, I'm just trying to figure out. Like, you guys tooted Marsha's look.
Drag her and her career.
I literally just tooted this.
But it was a reluctant toot.
Marsha, Mikey, tell me the real. Lawrence and Mikey.
What? He has a boyfriend. You messy bitch.
Marsha?
Wait, what?
You said
what are you
Lawrence
asking?
and Mikey?
I feel like I've made this. I've said this on the show before. Lawrence is trying to shove Marsha down our throats. Are they?
Oh, I didn't know
I'm
that's what you were asking.
Because you accidentally said Lawrence and Mikey.
No, I booted Marsha's look though. You guys tooted it.
Yeah,
and I'm trying to figure out what parameters you guys are tooting these looks like on. Because Malaysia's has far more effort than Marsha's look has, but it's like a baby toot for the both of them.
Too much. It's too much.
It was reluctant for the both of them. It was reluctant for the both of them. For me.
Okay.
Anyway, we should probably move. Did everybody give their because
I think it's a 2 just because she looks pretty and expensive, and I am ready to see a different aesthetic from her.
Yeah.
Because it's been gowned 4 times in a row, which it works great for her. She looks great always.
Yeah, she looks good. It didn't fit the runway category though.
Yeah, I want more nightmare from most of them. I want more scary.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Last in this category, we have Mistress Isabel Brooks. Mikey, to boot, shoot.
So I'm from South Texas. She's the first Houston queen. Biased there already. My first live drag I ever saw was Dallas, which is an epicenter of drag. Everyone always looks beautiful. Kenny Davenport. That's all I need to say. The Davenport dynasty, from which she is. She's a Davenport as well.
Oh, is she a Davenport?
Yeah, at least Race Chaser said I think that she is.
Oh.
It makes sense aesthetically. I'm pretty sure. The lineage is
yes, extensive.
Yeah. I think I would have liked it without all the white elements. To quote the hilarious Ross Matthews, it looks a little crafty once you add the what's supposed to be spider webs, right?
That cage?
Yeah. The cage she could have committed more to the cage. I don't know. Something about the execution of the spider webs. Not so much. I think I've liked everything else she's done, but this one, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like an almost toot, but it's a boot, I think.
Ooh, wow.
I know, and it hurts my heart. I love my Texas
Mistress?
girls.
We are really turning things upside down on this episode.
I know.
He's
I
the one who got
know.
Mistress Page disabled a couple days ago.
Me?
He started it.
Oh my
No,
God.
Mikey, that was awful.
Yes, that was me. I employed all my 14-year-old girls to go report Mistress's Page. My army of 14-year-old drag fans. Drag
Your
race
army
fans.
of
Drag
skanks.
race. What?
I said your army of skanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Eric, what do you think?
I love Mistress Isabel Brooks, but I hate cages. It's a boot.
Yeah, they almost never work.
They almost never work, and this one looks like sickly. It's a boot.
Yeah.
Okay. Derek.
It's a boot. It's a boot.
Wow.
It's just the toilet paper on the cage is just not flattering. Yeah, I just don't like it.
Far too much.
And yeah, I
You
feel
know
like
what?
no, go ahead.
If it was like a Diana Ross, what's this called?
Amethyst
Coat?
type of number, yeah.
Yeah, as the spider webs.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the dress. And maybe even the neck thing. The neck thing doesn't really offend me that much.
Yeah, I'm okay with the neck thing. It's just the cage, and yeah, I'm traumatized after honestly, my girl Monet traumatized me for cage. It's like, why is there a cage on your hip? I just don't get it.
I never understood that either.
That actually looks cute on her. What y'all be picking and choosing is quite questionable.
Drag us, call us out. Oh, yeah. Anyway.
So it's a boot from all three of you, really?
Yes.
Okay.
And I know this does drag.
What are you about to say, Lawrence?
This is the best that I've ever seen Deja Sky look.
Oh my gosh, shut up. I cannot take you.
Stop it. It's a boot. The whole look actually looks like an afterthought. I mean, the face is gorgeous, but the face is pretty much always going to be gorgeous. So I mean,
the hair is pretty good.
It just looked collectively like the girls just said in the workroom, you know what? We're just not going to try this week. Who's in?
And you know why? Because Beautiful Nightmare is a Beyonce reference, and she has not given us the visuals yet. All I get is a shitty fan. It's paper. So they said, we're going to disrespect her the way she's disrespecting us. And I support it.
I need that. I love that.
So this is a strike.
No, you don't. It doesn't even close properly.
Is that from Beyonce? Is that from Beyonce?
Beyonce.com.
Wow. I see. Lawrence knows how to.
I support it.
Yeah.
You said I know how to do what?
You know all the rich people. Yes.
Period.
If I knew the rich people, I'd be in Dubai and I would have watched your performance last night.
Yes.
Those people do not know every word to Flaws and All. Anyway, I'm getting on a tangent.
Facts.
I do. But anyway, all right, next. We have.
Yeah. Go ahead and say it. Yeah.
What?
Excuse me, Derek?
Yeah, go ahead and say it, Lawrence. On to our top tweet of the week. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
Is this okay? Well, Derek, we'll start with you because I see the enthusiasm here. What do you think about Lady Gaga?
Amethyst. Amethyst, yeah.
She's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Crystal
She
Amethyst.
slayed Snatch Game. Top 3. Snatch Game. She recreated the most iconic. I love Chris. She recreated the most iconic Lady Gaga MTV performance of all time, the VMA performance of all time. I love this Lady Gaga reference. Do you guys know that I know where I was standing, what I was eating, what I was saying, who I was dating when this show?
Who you were eating?
Eating who I was dating. No.
Monetization is but a dream.
For a
Yeah,
beautiful night.
I love this. It's a 2. It's a shoot. It's a shoot because she did it. Yes. Amethyst 10s. It's a shoot because this is literally my favorite Lady Gaga, VMA performance ever. Ever. Slayed.
Okay. Rock with Rel said Amethyst. He agrees. It's apparently a shoot. He said 10s across the board.
Do I lie?
Yes, you do. Mikey, what do you think?
I think it's also a shoot because of how electric it was to witness a group of homosexuals scream at it when she came out in the bar I was in. That adds a lot for me. The blood was amazing. I agree it's one of the best VMA's performance of all time, so it's an impeccable reference. I think Beyonce's Lemonade performance is my favorite of all time, but we'll talk about that later. But this is it's pretty spot on. So yeah. I loved it.
2 shoots for Amethyst. Most improved this episode, Abby. Do your thing, girl.
Yes.
Eric.
I was not seeing it for her episode 1 and 2.
No.
But this is a game changer for her trajectory for me.
Okay.
This episode.
I can't say it's a shoot because this is not her idea. It's a 2. It was well executed. The performance was amazing. She did it well. And it was amazing to me how she was smearing blood, but none of it seemed to get on the white. I don't know what that was about. Maybe it's like a latex material or something. But like when she smeared it, it didn't go back on the white. I was like, But yeah, it was a 2. I thought it was really clean.
Bryce, get the mop. Clean up on aisle 3. I got a little on the white panty.
A little.
Yeah, I think it fits the theme. It's probably the reference point is just super duper iconic. And for that, I will give it a shoot. However, the look is a boot. It's a bra and a panty. And I'm not going to be fooled by it being just a bra and a panty. So I get conceptually it had to be that because of just the reference point. And she did hit the nail on the head. The pink, the way it's twisting in the hair too. Like she looks like Lady Gaga. Like, from the back, I would have thought it was Lady Gaga, right? She got the boots right and everything like that. So for selling it, it's a shoot. But it really actually sold itself because 90% of the work was the look. And then she rubbed the blood all over herself. But
and how she was like staggering and tripping and
it was an iconic moment of reference point for us. But as far as the actual look, it actually is a boot. I mean, but again, most improved, and I really do mean that. She came through the ranks. She was tired.
A simultaneous shoot and boot. Is this a first on this show?
No, some of us are more confused more often than the others.
Yes, I mean.
Look over there.
Okay.
Shut up, you're stupid. Shut up.
OMG, that's actually so funny. All right, next is she's turning around Aura Mayari. We'll start with Eric. What do you think?
I love this look. It's sexy. It's sickening. It was sleek. Come on, Aura. Absolutely. This is a shoot for me. That was probably my second favorite on the runway that night.
Derek?
It's a 2 for me.
The nerve.
Right after she got off the stage, she really could have went on the van home for me. But I think the back part is very creative, so cute.
She could have what, Derek?
She could have hit the van and went packing and did Untucked. And it would have said 13 queens left.
I want to see her on Bait Bus.
Bait Bus.
Big Bus?
No, please, let's just move on.
I
You know
really
what? I'll
want
tell
us
you
to
later.
start doing this on a different channel.
What, the
Not
fracking?
mine.
Wait. Is that T.S. Madison? Is that what you're doing?
No, the fracking. That was peppermint. And
That was
Oh, I
peppermint
heard a
and
different
Bob.
word.
Oh,
the fracking?
yeah.
What you said, Queen?
What is
Yes,
happening?
yes. Oh, what you say, Queen? Yes, I love that.
I thought you said the Lucy LaDuca word.
Yo, my neighbors are gonna think I'm crazy. I am cackling this morning. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all are sick. Oh,
Yes, y'all are.
not the Lucy LaDuca word. I don't support that. Lucy LaDuca, I love you. See you at DragCon.
Was that all of your thoughts
Yes.
on Aura? Wait, no, wasn't it Derek going?
It was
That was it? Oh, okay. So you gave it a toot, right?
I give it a 2.
Okay. Mikey.
Yeah, toot. Very strong toot. It's beautiful. And she's selling it.
Mm-hmm.
I love the details on the back that it's stoned. Yeah.
Did you stone that dress?
It's interesting that you need to see the back of it, because very rarely do you need to see the back of it for it to read of any look on the runway, but it's beautiful.
It's also black again, and I really should not be one to talk because black is literally 95% of my wardrobe. It really is. Like, I love the color black. But that's just very interesting to me. I don't know if like she's trying to kind of brand that the way that Raja is kind of like branded purple and
Jan
Milan
purple,
branded
yeah. Jan and purple.
The way that Raja branded purple, and I think that it's a toot. It's a toot. I don't love the hair, and I was annoyed seeing her sell it too. I was like, okay, get off this thing.
Because I wanted her to go home, I was like, no.
Yeah.
Get off the runway. Yeah.
But it is beautiful though, and she looks good. I don't want her to go home. I have no vested interest. Like, let's be honest here. Like, I don't care that much to be like, oh yeah, I want you to go home now. Like, I'm not a rabid fan like that, but I feel like it. I agree with Derek. Did I say that? I agree with Derek. If she went on that van with Adore Delano back home, I wouldn't have bat an eyelash. And she could have left. But it is a toot. It is beautiful. It's a callback definitely to season 10 Sabatina look from Aquaria, which is like my top 10 favorite look of all time. Still, I love that Sabatina look. But yeah. All right.
So I got a little chilly.
Not this.
Okay. Is that Ben Della Creme?
No.
No, that's Ben.
Oh my gosh.
From here, you look like Ben.
I can't. I love it.
No, that is not Ben Della Christ. All right. Next is the legendaire Sasha Colby. Not to be confused with Carrie Colby. Mikey, what do you think?
Beautiful. It's just, it reminds me of the Beyonce Met Gala where all the details are covering the right areas. When she turns around, it's beautiful. Toot.
Derek?
It's a shoot for me. I really love this. I really do love this. I think it is something I'd wear. She doesn't even need to. She's got body. Wow. She looks nice. Yeah, I think this looks good. Yeah, I love it. Sorry, I have no notes. It actually looks really good.
Eric?
Shoot for me. I'm obsessed. Love it.
Yeah, this is definitely a toot for me. I would have loved to have seen like a bigger girl in this and see what that looks like.
Malaysia Baby Doll Fox.
Like if Malaysia would.
Oh
I actually think he's on to something. You are so shady.
What did I? Me?
No, Derek.
I'm like,
Wait,
you
why is
sure? Which big girl?
Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. She would look sexy in this.
Yes, she would.
I don't like that you're laughing. It's like you don't take me or her seriously.
I'm
No,
thoroughly confused.
no, that's not it at all.
Anyway, like I was saying, I definitely think that this. Okay.
Oh, but when
would...
when Eric laughs, it's not a problem. When Eric laughs, it's not a problem.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Only when you laugh. No, I'm kidding. Not really. I don't know. I would have loved to have seen this on like a Malaysia Baby Doll Fox. That would have still given like her pageanty aesthetic, but still meeting the criteria. It still would have been true to her. Like that would have been like really, really, really nice, I think. And even Mistress. It's interesting to see it on like a larger queen, I think. A beautiful gown that's like hugging, like and covering all of like the right areas and stuff like that. But Sasha, I mean, she knows how to work pretty much any garment. I'll show you how to work the hell out of this garment. Yeah, she looks good. It's a toot. It's a toot. A very strong toot.
I'm laughing.
Next we have.
Do you guys want it to be see-through on a bigger girl as well?
Maybe, but it's this comment of it's giving stretch marks on big girls.
That is not okay. I don't think that.
Well, I think that like obviously like when I say like I'd rather see that like they would have to like kind of tailor it to way that they look good because this is obviously like a body yaddy yaddy type of gown, and we know like it's probably not fair or whatever, but you know, like for bigger girls, like they probably have to like corset more, like you know, kind of pull, knit, tuck, all that kind of stuff. So assuming that they do all that and then you still slap it on them, I would be interested to see what that like actually looks like. I mean, like I feel like Eureka would have dragged and camped this the hell down to the ground. So like that's what I mean. Like I would have rather have like kind of seen that, but it looks good. All right, next is Sugar, not to be confused with Spice. Derek.
She looks good. They look okay.
She looks okay. We're on Sugar.
Yeah, but aren't they kind of doing the same thing?
As usual.
So if we want to speed it up a little bit, just say they both look fine. They both look fine. I particularly like Spices a little bit more, but if we're on Sugar, she looks okay. It's a 2, maybe 2.
Okay. Eric.
It is fresh out the Party City package. They're cute,
where it belongs.
Like, boo.
With the wrinkles in it too, like she didn't even run the iron over the costume.
Boo, both of them.
Wow.
It's just lazy. I could have that outfit here in like 3 to 5 business days. It's just not enough. They have too much money and too much influence on TikTok for this to be coming up. Like, no, boo.
Are you saying that you can't get Marsha's look out of a Party City costume bag?
No,
either?
Because hers are a
who
bunch
can
of separates.
Actually sew.
Hers are a bunch of separates that she bought together. They ordered that costume and it arrived as such. Marsha at least said, okay, I'll do this. Let me find this belt. Let me find these leggings. Let me find these shoes. All their stuff came in one package.
Yeah, but they look good and Marsha doesn't. So why would you toot Marsha?
Honestly, yeah, you're right. Can I go back? Boo. All 3 of them. For all 3.
Period. Mikey. Sugar.
It's just the softest toot for both of them. They look good enough.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm sorry, my dears, but both of you have done the same shit over and over again.
Again, a fucking game.
I have to be honest. I like both of their looks.
You
Like,
love the twins.
You do.
I feel like I don't love the twins. I just feel like I don't really understand like where everyone else's like hatred for them comes from. Like, they look good. They're entertaining whether they're doing well or doing poorly. They entertain you. And it is something like fresh. It's not thinking out of the box, even though it came out of a box, but it's put together well. I think they both look good. Like, they both look beautiful. I think one of them was supposed to be the beauty, and the other one was supposed to be the nightmare. I'm guessing that's what they're like trying to. I feel like they're always actually kind of
Sugar
doing
had
that.
the doll who kind of looked creepy.
I told y'all this last week. They need to compete separately. You cannot expect you to do one thing and the other twin makes up and y'all have a joint story. Y'all are in a competition. It does not translate that way.
Maybe next week they'll compete separately.
One is gone, so they don't have a
It's a toot for me for Sugar, and I guess since we went through Spice, I actually like Sugar's look a little bit more than Spice. But I just like Sugar more than Spice in general. So I mean, yeah, I like the very soft like aesthetic thing more.
It's crazy. I was listening to Baba Monet, and they said that Spice is eating Sugar up, and I'm like, is she?
Neither one is eating.
They are one item for me.
But
the
they
brand
are
is strong.
good drag queens,
They're
though.
good.
Like,
No, they are good.
They are
drag
good.
queens.
We didn't say we hate them. We're not a part of that group that you were just discussing. We didn't say we don't like them and like giving them the Lucy LaDuca edit. No,
They just are not doing enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of not doing enough, we have Jax next. What should we just like hold hands and collectively say?
Well, TBH, I really like this look because of the prosthetic. Like, I like the makeup. I don't understand what she's doing, but I love when prosthetics come into play, and I'm like, oh, that looks really good.
Yeah, honestly, I saw the extra effort there. I'm not crazy about the look. You are right about her not doing particularly enough, but this wasn't like bootable. It wasn't like a hard boot for me.
But it was a boot nonetheless. It was like a sandal.
What is she? It's a wedge. What is she?
A snake.
That's what this is?
Oh, is she?
Yeah, I think she's trying to do the no-nose.
She looks more like a tree or a reindeer.
You know what? No, it's a safe toot for me.
I feel the same way, yeah.
And you know what? I think when RuPaul goes through all 28 names being safe, she looks so disappointed every week. It's like Mistress, Robin, Jax. What did you think? What did you think? Literally, what did you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm like, y'all couldn't have thought y'all were gonna be at the top of what?
The braids. I want her to give us some good hair. Give us some really good, not this Compton Clover shit.
I'm
sorry.
Not right before Black History Month.
It is cold in here.
Must be oppression in the atmosphere. Mikey, what do you think?
Oppression.
That is what you said, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
I agree with Derek. Yeah, just enough of a toot.
So you also agree about the Compton Clover shit?
I do not understand the reference point. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. Bring it on. Bring it on.
It's been a long time. I watched it when it came out.
It's fair.
I need to rewatch.
23 years ago.
Was it 23
Was
years
it?
ago?
Wow.
It came out in 2000.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Jax.
Eric, did you share?
Yes, I like the prosthetic. It's a toot.
Wow. I hate to be the outlier here, but this is like fucking ugly. There's nothing beautiful. There's nothing nightmarish like about it. The fact that she would walk out on the runway yet again in something like this is the nightmare. And I don't understand what she doesn't understand about like doing drag in a drag race competition. Like, what's her problem?
You praised her
I
last
don't
week
get
for
it.
that metallic bullshit.
Yeah,
It
you
wasn't
did.
metallic bullshit. I actually thought that like her look last week was what you guys are saying now, like the softest of the soft too. But it wasn't like a boot. I got like at least a concept behind it. This, the fact that we can't tell if she's a snake, a tree, or a reindeer, there's clearly no concept behind it.
It's not Rudolph.
I don't even like the prosthetic. It looks like she was in, like like she was like in an accident, like in an accidental house fire, and like an arsonist like burned her, like it got caught and burned her nose off or something. Like I don't like it. Like, it looks like her face melted. I'm like, this is not giving Lord Voldemort. This is just giving Jack's
Peter
exclamation
Pettigrew.
point.
No.
If her and Aura can really just
They can skip to the van
Layla
together.
McQueen and
Dax exclamation.
Jack exclamation point just through and through. Just hold your trophy, your RuPaul trophy, and just say, I've had a good time. Share love.
That's so interesting because Dax is Violet's drag mother. And I'm thinking like
Dax is Violet Chachki's drag mother?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, you always want your kids to do better than you in life.
But I mean, fuck. Like how? Like she learned a lot. Like Violet credits Dax with like learning a lot of like her aesthetic, and I'm like, but wait, like Violet is very like, clean and put together. Like she's not funny. She can't do anything else, but like she at least looks good. Dax was like a bit of a disaster on the show. Even though I think Dax is beautiful in drag, I really do. Like when she gets it right, she looks good. But I don't know. I always found that to be like very, very strange. And then last but certainly not least,
the winner of Drag Race season 15.
Oh wow.
Lucy LaDuca, not to be confused with Lucy Stool.
What drag name is that? I can't.
That's a real drag.
We haven't had a proper bearded U.S. queen, right?
U.S. Well, Milk did beard.
Yeah, but like full-time beard.
No, we saw it on Canada first, and then we saw it on UK with Danny Beard. No, I don't think that we've ever had a bearded queen on a US season, and good thing that we haven't, because they'd be the first one to leave.
Michelle hates
it. What do you guys think about Lucy's look, Eric?
I thought it was a toot. I didn't think it was anything like extraordinary, but I thought it was well executed. I also think because it's all black, it's like you don't fully get to enjoy it. It's kind of just like, oh, okay, it's cool.
Okay, all right. Derek, what do you think?
I love Crystal. No, I love Lucy LaDuca so much. I do like this look. I think this is a beautiful nightmare. Absolutely. The Jason reference was very in your face. No pun intended. I wish she would have done something a little bit like like not as obvious. It was like, oh, okay, like something like Nightmare on Elm Street. Like, okay, like it's like in your face, like, okay, Nightmare. Unpopular opinion. I'm gonna toot it. It's a strong toot. It's a very strong toot. I do agree about it being all black, but there's something about it being all black that I really like. It's missing something. And she can take, yeah, it's missing something. Unpopular opinion, I think Selena Estidis was better than this. Yeah.
This show is going to fucking hell. I don't even we need a rotating panel because I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. His vision is going I'm actually offended. Like I'm
because Selena
sold
it better. Selena sold it better. She sold it better. It was all over the place, but Selena sold it better. I was like, okay, drag. Yeah.
I might be with you, Derek. I just need time to process.
It's okay. It's okay.
Child, them forest fires in California got y'all bugging the fuck out. I don't know what the hell's going on this
Hasn't it been
live.
raining?
I don't know what that
fire?
is. Huh?
They have rain and fire simultaneously?
Yeah.
Like your
Maybe.
shoot and boot simultaneously?
The fires chilled out a year.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But I don't know. Wow, that was. I think you're saying that to stir up controversy, so
No.
I say go for it.
Honestly, I thought Selena was owning it, so I just wish Lucy would have owned it.
The best part was when she got off the runway.
You know what? Every time I play her runway in my head, it's funny because I think about her walking to the back. Because she was like, the hair was swinging, she was owning it. I just heard Christina Aguilera in the back, ladies, gentlemen, bring it along. Like, it was really giving that. It was the hair was just everything. But we're talking about
Lucy
LaDuca, who is most likely to win this season, and I think she looks.
Why does he keep saying that? Why do you keep saying that? That's so weird. I feel like you know something that we don't know. Have you been on Reddit again, Derek?
No, I actually do not know who's gonna win. I really don't. I've been trying to stay away.
Because there's no clear winner. I'm so sorry.
There's not. Because the clear winner went home.
Is RuPaul.
Yes, Irene.
Yes, honey. Come the fuck through, Irene, the alien.
Irene,
first of all, get into this all-star mug.
Yeah,
look at the fucking hair.
Yes, Irene.
This is sickening.
Irene, RuPaul. Okay, I know he's listening to our critiques of last season. Too many people, too many like saves and all that stuff. He really got it. She really got it wrong this time around.
Yeah,
Irene was that girl. She was getting rid of people right away. 16 queens, and she said on that panel, the first episode, 3 times, somebody's got to go home tonight. RuPaul is ready to get this shit
over with.
Somebody's got to go home tonight. And as soon as they came out, Irene, just don't even lip sync. Go home. Like,
okay.
She was ruthless.
No double saves. Ru was trying to get off VH1. He's like, I can't wait for this contract to be up, bitch. I cannot.
Yeah, near retirement. I got you your new stage. I got you your new network. I'm trying to head out.
Okay. And he's the host of Lingo now.
$200, eh? Send all these bitches home.
RuPaul has to go host Lingo immediately after RuPaul.
Somebody's gotta go home.
Somebody.
All right, let the music play. All right.
With his pants. and no nails.
Raven.
Oh, I shouldn't do that. No, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm glad you guys didn't see it. Anyway.
Raven, is my spaghetti and catfish ready, doll?
Ew.
No, it sounds good.
Put a little more watermelon in that mug, honey. That's it.
Wait, is that a specific reference?
Yes, honey.
It's a reference to Raven like painting black.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God.
It's
You're missing
getting darker.
Y'all,
It's literally getting darker.
It is, and
Guys.
She has the oppression twinkle in her eye.
Yeah.
Derek is stupid.
We
Lawrence,
switch
take
that
us off
Mac
this dreadful
MAC for a
runway.
little EB tweet, sweetie.
It must
Lawrence,
be
take us
raven
off
in
this
the
dreadful
atmosphere.
runway.
A little more SSI.
Derek, you're out of it. You're out of it.
Look at the comments, say watermelon.
I'm over it officially.
I've had it. Okay, so yeah.
All right. So our tops of the week were Lucy LaDuca, Marsha Times.
Lucy's a
3,
toot
and
for me.
Mission.
I don't know if we did it, but it's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, like
a collective toot, I think, for
Yeah,
Lucy,
yeah.
right?
The face especially.
all right.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was great too. I don't know what the hell Derek is talking about. I thought that was really that was on point. Lucy LaDuca, Marsha, and Mistress Isabel Brooks, with our winner being Lucy LaDuca. Derek, did they get it right with the winner?
Yes, they did. She slayed it in Snatch Game as Joan Rivers, and her I did like her runway look, so it was nice.
Eric, you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Mikey?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah.
I agree.
And she also had like 6-7 moments, so it was clear that they, like on Snatch Game, versus Sasha's 2
or 1.
I
1.
don't remember anything about Sasha's Snatch Game. But yeah, I agree. I think they definitely got the winner right. But depending on your actual humor, they could have all rotated as a winning position to me. They did a really, really good job. And then the bottoms of the week were Sugar, Spice, and Aura Mayori. Did they get the bottoms right, Derek?
They did, but they could have put somebody else. They were trying to push the story, which would to lead into the lip sync, because I feel like something tells me that Jax didn't do good. Something actually tells me that Anitra wasn't that funny, so they were trying to push the stories, but because we saw so much of Sugar, Spice, and Aura in the Snatch Game, it makes sense. So yes.
Okay. Mikey?
Yeah. The twins. Just that was correct. And the entire bar agreed.
Yeah, it's
yeah, they did.
It's time. I feel like this season has a lot of not dead weight, but a lot of queens that just need time to grow. So it's time to start clearing them out. And the twins and Aura, first on the list.
Oh. It's time to trim the fat.
Huh? Yes.
It's time to
honestly,
trim the fat.
They're just. I think in a few years, maybe 5 to 6 years for each of them, an all-star season could work.
What's that kind of time? What? I'm trying to get famous now. I'm not waiting 5 to 6 years for what?
And it's just not. They haven't figured enough of their drag personas out for it to work. But I think they have all the makings to be great. It's just going to take some time and some experience, some real club experience, I think, for the twins. And I think Aura needs to travel and do more shows in different places, and that'll help her too. Because if not, they can't be on here right now. It's not going to work.
I want to see them succeed, and I want to see them grow because they have something.
Yeah.
They all have something. They're all great aesthetically. I mean, they had some of the best. No, not them two. But Aura had a great look on that runway. So it's that alone shows that they have the potential to be more, but it's just not their time.
Okay. All right. So Lucy being the winner, her main challenge prize was $5,000. Oh, let me read what's actually on here. $5,000 before taxes and $1.50 after tax. Which one of you guys edited that in there?
Pretty much.
Why would you guys edit that in there? That is not funny. Unbelievable. You're right though. I'm pretty sure Lucy probably had to pay Uncle Sam in order to win the challenge.
Shut up.
We want you to give up your money. All right. Bottom two, official bottom two are Sugar and Spice, the twins. And based on the edit and based on the loud cackle of the loud cheering of the gays at the bar, I'm guessing everyone agrees with that bottom two. I personally don't agree with that bottom two, but I get that there's a story-line that needs to be pushed. It's pushed a little early though. Like
It
it's
was
pushed
a
a
little
little
early.
early. Like
It was very early.
they have I personally think that they both have a little more to maybe give than Aura, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It was way.
Mhm.
Sorry, I won't talk ever again.
I'm surprised they didn't spin Selena
I didn't-
and Aura bottom
I thought
two and send Aura home.
Yeah.
And
They
said,
are really holding
Selena
on
and
to
Aura. Yeah.
Selena's must have a redemption week or something coming.
Yeah, she'll probably have one big moment and then gone that week or the week after. I'm guessing.
Because there's something happening that she's not getting sent home that fast, which is cool,
Yeah.
but it's like, there's a reason.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for them to tell her sob story and usher her out like they did Blair.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Derek.
go ahead. It's fine.
Derek, go.
You
That's
can't
like
do
two
that
thoughts.
again. Just
Go.
go. Yeah.
I would just like to say that I was very shocked and sad when the twins were announced as the bottom two and had to lip sync against each other. I was sitting down, like on my tuffet, eating my Curbs and Whey, and got up literally when she said Aura. I said, she said, you are safe. I was done. I could not believe the time has come. I mean, we all knew this was going to happen because RuPaul touches herself and thinks about this fantasy of separating these twins off of this season. And it happened just so early. Just so early. I couldn't believe. I wanted to like wake up. Like, don't let this be true. That was the actual beautiful nightmare. And then Untucked just like really just hurt my heart. Like,
Yeah, me too.
yeah.
I keep wanting to not be endeared to them, but I am.
Yeah. So
I figured their parents were supportive, but I guess not.
I know.
Because I figured that they were paying for their looks early on. I'm serious, because they're young. Like, how are they going to make enough money to have expensive looking drag? Because I think most of it looks really great, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, apparently RuPaul thought Sugar was shit. She did. I'm sorry, my dear, but you are not. Cut the music. Cut the music. I'm sorry, my dear.
What part of Eliminated do you not understand? Yeah.
That whole lip sync was a mess.
Which actually brings us into the lip sync. So they're lip syncing to You Better Run by Pat Benatar. And for the first time in history, we see what looks like a coordinated, choreographed lip sync from both contestants. Is this twinning or is this losing? What do we think? Mikey?
They were like trying to do like a sister act, as in not the movie, as in
Back in the Habit. Yeah.
No, they were trying to do Velma Kelly and her sister, but
No,
I just
you weren't feeling
no. It's always just like performance execution. I admire that they take a big swing, because they did in Snatch Game too.
Mm-hmm.
They also wanted to, before Sasha Colby talked them down, they wanted to go home together or stay together, and not one of them go home.
Yeah,
and I thought that was an interesting strategy.
Yeah,
but Sasha was like, "No, don't do that. You're dumb."
They said, well, if one of us gets eliminated, I'm going right behind her in Untucked.
Yeah, and that would have been cool to see on the main episode somehow, but
I'm
And
gonna
in a
start tuning into
confessional,
Untucked.
in a confessional, do you know that they said on Untucked that they imagined them both making it to the end as with a double crowning?
That's
I
already
love
happened.
that.
Like,
The last time they had a double crowning was their birth.
okay. But
Thank you.
But Eric, what do you think?
no, once I saw them doing the choreographed routine, I was like, all right, pack these bitches up. Enough of the cutesy shit. I've had enough.
Oh.
I've had enough. I have. I told y'all a week or so ago, this is a competition. You have to compete against each other. And I love that they have this connection and bond towards one another, but it does not lend itself to this competition. So I'm like, if this is how they want to play, they want to do the matching outfits, they want to do choreographed lip syncs, send them home. Send them home. And let the games begin. And that's it. I think the twins are cute. I enjoy them, but like they're not playing the game correctly. So therefore there's no need for them to be there.
At least they're playing the game. That's the way that I see it, because none of them are really playing it correctly to me.
Honestly,
like no
this
one's
season,
giving it.
This season is slow to burn.
I was actually going to text you guys like, does this season seem like a queen of like that's like queens that are like a little bit lackluster? I don't want to say lackluster, but they're not giving it. Like nobody's like, okay, maybe because we are fresh off of All-Star 7, but none of the queens are
But
like.
we're also not able to like. We're not able to like like mesh with the queens because we haven't had this short of an episode in so many seasons. I can't even really like remember. It's always been like 90-minute episodes at the very least with like minimal commercials. So you got to see like maybe a mini challenge. And if there was no mini challenge, there was extensive workroom conversations. There was them playing around, joking around and stuff. It literally, like the new intro is the doom, 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 doom. Like they just go right to the runway and right to like the. So I think that that's like hindering like the audience from like truly like making a connection to really kind of any of the queens. And you almost have to do like your own outside research of like, okay, well, let me go on their Instagram and see like what other kind of looks they do, what kind of performances they actually do before I hate them. But what we're seeing is like one snippet, and if I'm going off of like the one snippet, then you know you want to see these queens packed up and go when really they have more to offer. That's why I was thinking like I didn't like this elimination, although I actually enjoyed the lip sync. I thought it was funny, and I like that they do take big swings. And I like that they're so in sync with each other. I really do. I think that that's very special. Especially like in a cutthroat world like drag. Like it's good to at least have somebody that you know you can rely on like 100%. And I know Mistress just like you know accepted them as like her drag daughters, both along with
Is that what you meant by
Malaysia
hazing
Baby
last
Doll.
week?
Huh?
Is that what you meant by hazing last week?
What did I say about hazing? What did I say? I can't remember.
I don't know. I wanted to ask. I didn't. It's fine.
Oh, I can't remember. I'm sure it'll come up to me after we like get off of here, but I don't know. But anyway, the eliminated queen is Sugar, and Spice gets to stay, which actually made me very sad. And I thought RuPaul actually got it wrong. I thought Sugar did better. And I feel like the trip was on purpose. People literally keep saying, "Oh, she tripped, she tripped, she tripped." So did the other one, Lady Camden, and she made the finals. Didn't she trip?
Well, she
Yeah, but that was a bit. That was a good bit.
Yeah, the other tripping.
Kylie and... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
What? Go ahead, Lawrence.
The trip was funny, I thought, and I thought that it was purposefully done. They're used to walking in like 9-inch platforms. Why would she all of a sudden trip now? I thought it was purposeful. I don't know. I don't know. I think that Sugar actually had the right energy for the song. I feel like I saw just more of her moving on the stage. And I think that Sugar should have actually stayed. But for some reason, people like Spice better. I'm not really sure why. What do you guys think?
They taste the same to me.
Yeah, there's just like the lip sync was cute. Don't get me wrong. It was a cute moment between the two of them, but it's just not what the competition is calling for. And I think Spice got to stay because it seems like with Spice, there's more dimensions to be played with. Like there's more of an edge factor as opposed to Sugar, which seems very simple and laid out. But honestly, they could have both went home. But I am excited to see what Spice will do without her sister now.
Well, next week from the preview, it looks like things are getting spicy in terms of like the workroom and the arguments and stuff. So hopefully this is a 90-minute episode where we can actually engage with it and stuff and get to kind of see, I don't know, get to just see more and really kind of love on the queens like a little bit more. So that pretty much concludes our Snatch Game episode. Before we do go, I want to ask everyone, as of now, who is your top contender for the crown? Not your top 4. Who do you think is taking this home? Derek?
I think Sasha Colby will be Miss Congeniality.
That wasn't even the question.
I think top 3 for me will be
Derek. 1. Who's the winner?
Wait, you said top 3, right? This is the question.
No.
I wrote that, but I just want like the win. Who do you think is gonna win?
Oh, that's kind of hard. Okay, so there's never been a winner who didn't win the first 4 challenges. So, Lucy Logic.
Good logic.
Okay. It's very different from Anitra that you said before, but maybe you forgot all about her. Mikey, what do you think?
Mistress. And my winner is always like a little bit of percentage of like wishful thinking without really knowing what she's gonna bring. But I think she's shown that she has it all by this point.
Okay. So Mistress, Lucy, Eric.
Those are both of my picks, but I'm gonna go with Lucy.
Really?
Yeah.
Lucy is kind of having a strong showing.
She is. I just didn't expect Eric to say that. I don't know.
They both know who they are, and the winner has to know who they are. And that's why I'm like, it's either Lucy or Mistress.
Yeah.
I want it to be Lux, but
yeah, because Lux is so fresh and like so new enough for the new generation. That would be nice too, because she has this confidence about her, but Lux isn't like winning right now. So I guess we have one more episode for Lux or Mistress for my fantasy top 4 to come true. But we'll see.
Okay. I think for me, I'm gonna have to stick with my original, Irene the Alien. I don't see anyone else really taking the crown except for Irene.
Yeah.
That's just me. But if Irene for some reason can't win, i.e. being eliminated, I am actually gonna go with Lux Noir London. I love everything that she's done so far. And as long as she keeps progressing, I feel like she can take the crown. Who was the last winner? Willow Pill. So they may not crown a younger queen again.
I mean,
it is whoever has the most Instagram likes before the finale.
Absolutely.
For the last 5 seasons of main Drag Race, or 4, it has been that consistently, and All Stars actually.
They do look at.
I look every time, and it's always after season 9, starting at season 10, always.
RuPaul goes, Michelle, who has the most likes on the team page, like the team Anitra, team Isabel, what's her name? Mistress.
Always.
And then they go by that.
And they were able to, we were able to like lock it in for Jinx because the announcement for All Star 7, Jinx had the most by far right away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. The most likes on Instagram. Oh, okay. So right now, is it Lucy? I don't follow that.
Well, we don't know yet because we don't have the top. They'll probably do a top 7 this year,
4.
right?
Not a top 7.
Top 4. Oh my God, I'll be exhausted.
I can't. All right. Well, guys, thanks so much for joining us in our RuPaul's Drag Race recap for episode 4, Supersized Snatch Game. And we'll be back next week with I think another panelist. Derek, are you back with
Another guest host.
another guest host. So that's gonna be great. Special
Yes, absolutely.
Let's hope for Todrick.
The cast of The Real Friends.
Okay.
Except we are real friends. Special shout out to Mikey. Thank you so much.
Yes.
And I'm sure I'll see you at the Wallace or maybe somewhere else this week.
Yeah, I'm gonna explore
Plenty of
other
places. Yeah, we'll coordinate.
You were a fantastic co-host today.
Yes.
You were
Thank you.
excellent. Love it. You're
The only thing I love more than the show is talking
about.
about the show.
Yeah.
A lot shadier than you thought? Wow, okay.
Yeah. Which is good. That works for what we do here. All we do is tear down queens.
Oh my God.
And refuse to build them back up again.
Well, that's it for Connecticut's Drag Race. Bye.
Bye.